Hi guys, so I just created this look. I'm going out with my friends tonight, so this will be my going out with the girls. So if you're interested in checking out this look, continue watching. Bye! Alright, so I already did my eyebrows just to save time. So right now I'm just priming my eyes with my NW25 Pro Concealer right now. And I just realized I forgot to record the first eye, so you guys just see the second eye. So I'm just patting on some cream eyeshadow color, and I got it from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and it really works well. And this palette is from LA Colors, and I'm just taking that whitish cream color and just packing it on as well. And I'm putting it over, like above my crease a little bit, just so I can blend it out really well. And that's the Urban Decay Nude palette. So I'm taking that creamish color right there, and I'm just going to pack it all over my lid. So now I'm taking my taper blending brush and just kind of blending out those rough edges. So right now I'm just taking some of that brown in the Naked2 palette and just dabbing it along that tape there, and then kind of going in my crease to give it a nice transition there. And I'm only going to do it at the end of my eyelid so it can just kind of blend out. So, because you can see it kind of like fade a little bit. So I'm just bringing back that color. And now I'm taking brown script in that taper brush and applying it underneath my brow bone there. Not to the point where it takes off the highlight of my eyebrow, but just enough so it can transition between the brown and the brown script and the highlight. So all these brushes are, they're called the Equal Tool brushes, and they're really cheap, and they're made out of like bamboo, so they're really good use. And I got these brushes from like Fred Meyer, Walmart, well, Walgreens, Rite Aid. They're at 80 local drugstores, so and they really do the job well. So I definitely would recommend if you're trying to like, save money on brushes and not kind of go all out and like go to the Mac store and get like, all these $20 brushes. You can get these brushes for a lot less, trust me. And they, like I said, they do the job really well. And so basically what I'm doing right now, which is really repetitive, is I'm just going back in with those colors, because sometimes you kind of lose color when you're blending stuff out. So, if you do, just kind of go back in and reapply. Now I'm just going to line my eye, and the way I do it is I use the tape to make a good wing, but for some reason I can't just line my eye without pulling it back the way it is right now. Like I can't just line it without using my hand to pull it back. So if I look weird, I'm sorry. And you really want to take your time with the wing. I know for me, it will take me a while to do my wing if I'm not using the tape. So, you know, if you're not using tape and you just kind of want to do your wing, I mean, some people can just, you know, whip out their wing very fast. I can't really do that. Not yet, at least. So, you really just want to be nice and, you know, precise. You definitely want to have a nice pointy edge at the end of whatever brush you're going to use or whatever tip, because you don't want your wing to have a box tail. You want to have it a nice pointy tail at the end. So make sure you guys go for that. Okay, so I already primed my face and I have that white stuff is my milk of magnesia just so I don't get all oily later on. So I'm mixing my MAC Studio Fix fluid and my Clinique foundation, and I'm just mixing them together because I like how they blend out really well and give me that smooth finish. And I'm using my fingertips because it actually gives a way smoother finish than than a brush would, because if you're using a brush sometimes it leaves those lines and then you have to like buff it out with a beauty blender, and you know, when I use my fingers it actually just goes on like lotion, you know, it just kind of blends into my skin. And so now I'm just kind of going in with my bristle brush just so I can go underneath my eyes and in those difficult corners where my fingers couldn't go. So now I'm taking my NW25 Pro Concealer from MAC, and I'm just kind of dabbing it on my underneath my eyes just so I can have a good highlight. Alright, so now I'm taking my CoverGirl loose powder, I guess, highlighting powder, and I got that from the drugstore as well. And I'm just applying it on top of that highlight, and I'm using the little triangular sponge because they're more easier to get into those like rough corners than if I used a beauty blender a sponge or a brush. And I'm doing a little contour on my cheekbones, not too much though because it doesn't really need it. So now I'm going to do a little glow, and I'm just taking some of like a shimmery champagne gold color. I mix them together and I'm just putting it on the highest point of my cheek and then the bridge of my nose, just so I can have a nice little glow. I'm taking a brown pencil and I'm just lining my lips. Now I'm lining them, but I'm not lining the full lip. And I'm taking some of, it looks like a nude-ish color lipstick, and I'm taking this orange lipstick and kind of rubbing those two together. So I'm just lining my lips back again to bring some of that brown back. So here's the finished look. I hope you guys like it. It was really easy, pretty simple. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Rate and subscribe.